Kol Halal Yahweh Hashem Yashai Hashem Rakakdash, to honor to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, as well as honor to the men under the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect, as well as those who hope to be of that number. Pharmakia Blitz, first 24/7, 24/7 is 24 hours, 7 days a week. Pharmakia, Sakia Crown Pharmakia clinics were open today alongside job hubs and mosques and cinemas. So they're using that place of worship that Muslims go to, and they're also going to be using these phony, these wacky, the churches of Christianity. The first 24/7 Crown Pharmakia clinics were open today. Today's date, 21st of January 2021. The same date this article was updated on. And it tells you the big hubs across England. And interestingly, the one I'm more concerned about is this Etihad Tennis Centre in Manchester, because that's where I am. I'm in Manchester. Prime Minister Bojo has promised 24/7 Pharmakia hubs across Britain as soon as we can. If the pilot scheme is successful, then a network of similar centres will be opened up across the UK. A mosque in Birmingham and a cinema in Aylesbury, Buckinghamshire, have also started offering Pharmakia to vulnerable people. They will be part of hundreds of pharmacies and local sites targeting hard to reach Brits. By the start of next week, 67 chemists, such as Boots of those chemists, Superdrug, will be offering the jab as numbers continue to scale up. Jabs are already available from over 1,000 GP-led services, more than 200 hospitals, and 17 mass immunization centres. 3 cathedrals, here it is, that are using the places of worship, which are all off Salisbury, Blackburn and Lichfield are among the sites helping deliver the Pharmakia Blitz. With 4.6 million Pharmakia already done, Bojo said Britain remains firmly on course to offer jabs to the nation's 15 million most vulnerable within weeks. The Prime Minister said the light will only really begin to dawn as we get those Pharmakia jabbing up. But he also warned of the fatalities, that there will be more to come in tough weeks ahead, perhaps because of the Pharmakia that he's given to the people. And by the way, regarding these Pharmakia, and when I say Pharmakia, I'm referring to the thing I'm highlighting. They are going to be killing off people. I mean, people have already died. There were perfectly healthy doctors and nurses that died shortly after taking this stuff. People getting a stroke and then dying, a heart attack, and then dying 30 minutes or a few hours after taking the Pharmakia. I wonder what they'll put their death as. Because every single death nowadays seems to be Crown. But yeah, you can see this devil's moving quickly. He wants to jab the 15 million most vulnerable people in the UK. And the scriptures tell us not to get caught in the flesh. Leviticus 19:28, you shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am Yahweh. Lord in capitals is Yahweh. That's the name of the Heavenly Father, the one the world infinitely calls God. Shall not make any cuttings in your flesh, so no cuttings in your flesh. Get the Hebrew word for cuttings here, sharat. Incision, cut. An incision is a surgical cutting in the skin or flesh, and they surgically cut into your skin using a hypodermic needle. Underdermic skin, a needle that gets under your skin, and for it to get under your skin, it has to cut into your skin. Therefore, the entire concept of the entire idea of these MAXIns go against scriptures, because they cause you to break this law. Okay, the Lord told us not to get caught in the flesh, and at the end of the day, we ought to obey the Most High rather than men. Acts 5:29. Then Peter and the other apostles answered, we ought to obey God, as in the Most High, Yahweh, rather than men. Man be telling you, take the pharmacia with all these abominable and unclean ingredients, these things that defile your temple and cause you to break multiple laws. It's okay, it'll save you. The Heavenly Father said no. And we just saw, the Lord also told us in 1 Corinthians 3:16, I'm just going to get a few scriptures. 1 Corinthians 3:16 through 17, know ye not that ye are the temple of the Most High, and that the Spirit of the Most High dwelleth in you? If any man defile the temple of the Most High, him shall the Most High destroy, for the temple of the Most High is holy, which the temple of the Most High are the Israelites, okay, particularly the Israelites in this truth. And those of us in this truth, we are not to defile our bodies. Interestingly, the word for defile in 1 Corinthians 3:17 and destroy are both the same Greek word, have this both same word in the Greek. Thyro, you can see it. Defile.
Strong's G 5351. Thyro. Thyro.
Thyro, can you see it? I've highlighted it. Defile, thyro in the Greek. Destroy, here, thyro also. G5351. G5351. I've got it here. Thyro. Corrupt. Corrupt oneself. Be corrupt. Defile. Destroy. It's corrupt to destroy. In the opinion of the Jews, the temple was corrupted or destroyed when anyone defiled or in the slightest degree damaged anything in it, or if its guardians neglected their duties to lead away a Christian church from that state of knowledge and holiness in which it ought to abide. To be destroyed, to perish, in the ethical sense, to corrupt, deprave, to pine or waste properly, to shrivel or wither, to spoil by any process, or this going to spoil your body, or generally to ruin if you manage to still stay alive after some time. To ruin, especially figuratively, by moral influences, to deprave, corrupt self, defile, destroy. That doesn't sound good, okay? And these jabs, there's been reports of them killing people, but mainstream media is not reporting on it. People are getting hit with stuff like Bell's palsy, getting hit with an autoimmune disease, but they're not talking about it. I remember when the FDA leaked the potential yeah, this is it. Here it is. FDA safety surveillance of Crown Max draft working list of possible adverse event outcomes. People have died from it. They said the effects of fertility are not known concerning the piss and BTEC one. You've had people get get strokes. People who get autoimmune diseases. I've heard of articles on people who got Bell's palsy where they were participants or guinea pigs who willingly took it. And yet, people are getting all these adverse effects. Some of them are straight up dying after taking it, a short time dying after taking it. But they're telling you it's safe. The scriptures tell us never trust thine enemy, for like his iron rusted, so is his wickedness. This devil doesn't change. And you're going to see he's the devil that the Bible speaks of, the wicked that the Bible speaks of. His wickedness will come through. They're using these phony places of worship. You know, the scriptures tell us the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with the hands of men. And the Most High ain't dealing with Christianity, Roman Catholicism, Islam, Buddhism, Hinduism, and all that, okay? So, I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully this video was edifying. Until next time, Shalom.